Have you ever stood in a room full of women and felt completely alone? Not because they excluded you, but because something in you chose the silence? Here's what no one tells you. The woman with no close friends isn't broken. She might be the most psychologically aware person in the room. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why your solitude might be protecting something sacred, and when it's time to question it. Picture this, a group chat lighting up with plans. Your thumb hovers over the keyboard, you type "sounds fun," then delete it. Again, what if that hesitation isn't social anxiety? What if it's wisdom? Carl Jung called this the path of individuation, the journey toward your true self, even when it means standing apart. For women especially, this path can feel lonely, because we've been taught that connection is our currency, that female friendships should come naturally, abundantly, effortlessly. But some of us, we're wired differently. If you've ever felt guilty for preferring your own company, or wondered why surface-level friendships drain you more than fill you, you're not alone. Drop a comment, write "me" or your word for this feeling. Let's name it together. Maybe it started young. You watched the other girls form their tight circles, the shared secrets, the matching bracelets, the weekend sleepovers, and you felt separate. Not rejected, just different. You learned early that fitting in required a performance you didn't know the lines to. Laugh at the right moments. Care about the right things. Dim your intensity, soften your edges. Jung understood this. He wrote about the persona, the mask we wear to belong. For women, that mask often means being warm, accommodating, endlessly available. The friend who always texts back, the listener who never interrupts, the peacemaker who swallows her truth. But here's what happens when you're deeply sensitive or intellectually honest. You can feel when the mask is on, and it exhausts you. Keep watching, because I'm about to show you the hidden gift in this pattern. Before we go further, try this right now. Place your hand on your chest. Take one slow breath. Ask yourself, when was the last time I felt fully myself with another person? Notice what comes up. No judgment. Comment safe below if you tried this. I want to know you're here. Jung talked about introverts not as shy people, but as those who recharge through solitude and process life internally. If you're this woman, friendships aren't just about fun. They're about energy exchange. And most social interactions, they're leaking your battery, not charging it. This is especially true if you've overfunctioned your whole life. The daughter who managed everyone's emotions, the partner who anticipates needs, the friend who gives advice but rarely asks for help. You've been taught that your value lies in what you offer others. So when friendships feel transactional, when you're the listener, the planner, the one who remembers birthdays, you start to wonder, do they even like me, or just what I do for them? And that question, it's so painful that solitude becomes safer. Here's the truth. You're not bad at friendship. You're just done with performances. Let's bust a myth right now. The idea that women need a tribe to thrive is culturally constructed, not psychologically universal. Jung believed that individuation, becoming who you truly are, sometimes requires sacred solitude. He said the greatest healing happens not in crowds, but in the quiet confrontation with your own soul. So no, you're not damaged. You're just choosing depth over breadth. Quick question for you. How many friendships in your life right now feel genuinely reciprocal? Don't overthink it. Just notice the number. Comment it below, or just type "thinking" if this hit differently. Woman scrolling social media, seeing friend groups, looking conflicted. But here's where Jung would ask us to look deeper. Because sometimes our solitude isn't just preference, it's protection. Maybe you've been hurt, betrayed by someone you trusted. Or maybe you were raised in a home where vulnerability was punished, where your feelings were too much, too loud, too inconvenient. So you learned, it's safer to need no one. Jung called this the shadow, the parts of ourselves we hide because they once caused pain. And for many women, the shadow whispers, if you let them close, they'll leave. If you show your mess, they'll judge. Better to stay behind the wall. This is the part we have to be honest about. Because choosing solitude from a place of self-knowledge is powerful. But isolating from fear? That's just pain in disguise. The question becomes, are you protecting your peace or avoiding your own vulnerability? So how do you know the difference? Jung would say, listen to your body. Your truth lives there. Here are 3 gentle practices to explore this. 1. The energy audit. For 1 week, notice how you feel after social interactions, not during, after. Drained or nourished? Resentful or grateful? Your body knows what your mind rationalizes away. Pause and try this. Think of the last coffee date or phone call. How did you feel 2 hours later? Comment drained or lit up. 2. The one-person test. Ask yourself, is there one person, just one, who has seen your unfiltered self and stayed? A sister, a therapist, an old friend who gets it? If yes, you're not incapable of connection. You're just selective, and that's allowed. If no, gently explore. What would have to be true for you to let someone in an inch? 3. The sticky note boundary. Write one small boundary you've been afraid to set. I need a week before I respond. I prefer one-on-one time. I'm not available for crisis management anymore. Put it somewhere you'll see it. This is you reclaiming your terms for connection. Which boundary scares you most? Drop it in the comments. No judgment, just witnesses. Here's what Jung understood that our culture forgets. The woman who walks alone is often the woman who's done the deepest inner work. You're not antisocial. You're anti-performance. You're not cold. You're discerning. You're not missing out. You're making space for what's real. And yes, sometimes that means seasons of profound aloneness. Times when you're the only one who understands your journey. When your growth outpaces your relationships. When you're shedding skins and can't explain it in a text thread. Jung called this the dark night, the necessary descent before transformation. And if you're in it, know this. Your solitude is not a life sentence. It's a chapter. The friendships that matter will meet you here. Not in the shallows, but in the depths. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Being selective with your energy isn't selfishness. It's self-preservation. You are not required to be endlessly available, perpetually warm, or universally liked. You are allowed to say, I'm good on my own right now. And you're also allowed to whisper, but I'm ready to try again. Pause here. What are you reclaiming today? Comment it below. Your words matter. You came here wondering if you were broken for having no close friends. But maybe the real question is, who taught you that connection requires you to betray yourself? Here's your call to action. If this unlocked something in you, share this video with one woman who needs to hear it. Not your whole feed. Just her. The one sitting alone wondering if she's too much or not enough. And subscribe, because next week we're talking about why highly aware women struggle to rest and how to break the cycle. You're not alone in this, you're just awake. Comment awake if you made it to the end. Let's build something real here.